Ladies and gentlemen, let's Red Gaming Tedocom video. Let us discuss recent comments from industry insider Ashan Rashid. Some of you guys may know him better as Thuway. Now, that would be Thuway. And he has made several rather interesting posts regarding, he has said, and I quote, I've heard folks at Sony are both excited and afraid of the PS4's momentum. Things are being read carefully, and lids are being sealed. Then he also pointed it's scary how much momentum that Sony have got going forward. I expect the PS4 to gain 66 to 70% of the market share once the dust settles. And then finally, he adds to this, I heard something about Sony's internal JRPG, that's Japanese role-playing game, or Japanese JRPG, on the PS4, but it's vague. I'll leave it up to the original source to break it. He's around. So obviously this is going to be some fan bait for people, and it's not intended to be, but no doubt people are going to immediately start raging on either side of the fence because of this. Honestly speaking, it's very difficult as someone who's outside of Sony to actually comment on this with any degree of certainty. Sony are obviously feeling fairly confident right now. They are getting slightly higher sales figures than Microsoft, but both machines are suffering from shortages. Plus, in addition to that, neither machine has exactly hit its stride in terms of, well, the games, because we've only just gotten out the launch window. I think it's fair to say that both machines have some pretty good games at the moment, but they're nothing compared to, of course, what we're going to be seeing 6 months into the future. And that really is when we're going to know more about just how both machines are going to perform in the marketplace. Also, no one can speculate just how we're going to be dealing with things such as, is there going to be a hardware failure 6 months down the line? Now, sure, the PS4 and the Xbox One have had, issues here and there. We've expected a few percent failures on both consoles, and we've had those, and that's, expected and fine and great. But, it's 6 months. Is one of the machines going to have a major issue? We simply don't know. Of course, with Microsoft's Xbox One, there are some issues in regarding the performance of the machine, but just how much that's going to plague the system in the future in regards to not only the ESRAM, but also the GPU, it's unknown. And of course, we've also had those recent benchmarks, I suppose, and you can check those out if you want. The regards are on the channel that regards the fact that the PS4's CPU is actually performing slightly better than the Xbox One. And obviously, each of these are blows which gamers are remembering, and it's definitely a blow against the Xbox One, because as fair or unfair as it may be, a lot of people are judging the machines based heavily on specifications. But ultimately, what's going to win the hearts and the minds of gamers, to be honest with you, other than things such as policies in terms of DRM and, just how nice people perceive the company to be towards them, but the main one really is the games. And right now, it's far too early to tell. In regards to the PlayStation 4's Japanese RPG, well, Sony definitely have a huge back catalogue of games that they could definitely draw upon. Whether this is a first-party exclusive, or whether it's from a third party that maybe, Sony are working with, and, basically it's an exclusive title, or whether it's a rehash of an old game, it's completely and utterly unknown right now. So hopefully we hear more about that. Obviously, since it's Christmas, it's a little bit tricky to say. Anyway, as I said, these opinions are certainly not gospel, and they're not quotes exactly from Sony, so I guess you guys are just going to have to make of them as you will. Obviously, it's going to make some interesting discussions, but for me, that is going to be about it. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and at least it gives you a little bit of food for thought over Christmas, and hopefully you guys are enjoying lots of food over Christmas. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.